Hey, what's up guys? This is Anthony from Anthony's Customs, and for this review, we are looking at the Marvel Legends SUPER-ADAPTOID Green Captain America figure, which I said I would never buy unless it went on sale, and I got it for super cheap. It's on sale at Big Bad Toy Store as of the time of filming. There's a link in the description below. If you're interested in getting this figure by the end of the video, that's the way to do it if it's still on sale. If it's not on sale, I still suggest, no matter how good things are, how bad things are, regardless of the actual review, do not buy this. Because of the fact that it's just a green Captain America, mostly missing significant details that it should have. Okay, so this guy does have some good stuff going on, and mostly bad stuff. So let's go ahead and get him off the stand and take a closer look. Alrighty, before we look at the figure, let's take a quick look at my package. It is, as far as these packages go, a decent one. He's in a pretty solid pose. I do like the red, white, and blue patterning on this. That's a good colorway. We have some reference image on the side here, which, hey, Hasbro, it doesn't match the figure. See these back here? What's that? What's going on here? Huh? Huh? Decent back also. It's all right. And then decent side, which the renders always look so much better than the figure, even though it's highly inaccurate. Like, this isn't even close to what the figure looks like. The legs are entirely different, like not even a little bit close. So there's that. But, and a bunch of other stuff. Okay, let's go ahead and look at the figure. Boy, Hasbro just... Alright, we need to just take a moment, guys. We need to take a moment. We are adult collectors. Marvel Legends are made for adult collectors. I don't care what anybody says about the age range. That's a legal thing. It's not who they're targeting. Kids, like 4 and under, or whatever it is, whatever the age group is, don't know who 90% of the characters coming out in the Legends line are. They don't know at all. These are for adult collectors. They have Build-A-Figures, they're old school characters, they're obscure characters. They are not for kids. But the toys look like they're made for kids. The proportioning is so goofy. Big heads, way up high. Their bodies have no shape. That doesn't look like a comic character. This is a perfect example. Here's a one from McFarlane Toys. Obviously, it's Swamp Thing, so he's a little bit more stylized. Look at the difference. Not only in the finish work, because this guy actually has some pretty cool details in him, but look at the proportioning. Look how gigantic his head is. Look how narrow the chest is, how wide the waist is, how shapeless the legs are. I mean, Swamp Thing's not the best comparison. I just happened to get him on sale at Big Bad Toy Store. Also, apparently they're putting all the green characters on sale. That's a joke. Anyway, it's just so goofy looking compared to what it should be. So let's do a quick question of the day. What do you guys think about this Green Captain America / SUPER-ADAPTOID? Is it good enough to add to your collection? Did you want SUPER-ADAPTOID enough that they could make this phoned-in, half-assed dumpster fire? In concept, it's a dumpster fire. There are good things about it. Are you guys okay with this? Because I am so not okay with it. It is just the 12-inch Captain America with new gloves, boots, a head, and something glued over his star. I guarantee you there's a star under there. It's still on his back. But it's just so cheap. He's missing key details to his look. Why is he all textured up? The comic characters almost never have texture, but he's textured because he's reusing that old mold. Doesn't have his wings. Still has a big goofy head sticking way too high off his body with little tiny shoulders. From the side you can see how small they are, how far forward they are. It still looks so goofy. It looks like bad cosplay. Such a shame. Now, as far as the good things go, the details on this guy are wonderful. They did do a very good job when they initially made the Captain America figure. You can see the pant details look nice. Different patterns, seams, textures. Looks very, very good. And then they did a good job painting it, so I'll give them that at least. It's a clean paint job. These green lines look great. That texture looks great. I mean, there's a lot to like about the base body. If you wanted a good Captain America figure with an ugly head, that was the way to go. And now you get a green Captain America figure with a different head. But if you notice something here, the entire body is covered in texture. Like, all of it. Except for this, right here. That's just a big hunk of flat plastic. His head, though I do like the sculpt, it's not textured at all. The gloves, dang it. These big figures are always such a pain in the butt because I'm not set up for it. So the gloves, there's no texture there, and then the boots, there's no texture there. The new parts don't match at all, and it looks so cheap as a result. Saving grace is the texturing though, and the paintwork is clean, so it doesn't look absolutely terrible, don't get me wrong. It just could look so much better, especially at the price they were originally charging. I don't remember what it was, I'll put it on the screen, it was absurd. The sale price, I'll put that on the screen too, much better, and that's why I got it to review it. So like there are some good things, there are some redeeming qualities, but overall it's just nowhere near good enough for what it should be. So I'm gonna give it a super generous, I'll rate it based on the original price. 5 out of 10, way overpriced for what it is. Not even close. Missing key character details, including wings, not okay. Did I do a height measurement? I feel like I didn't. Let me do one real quick. They said 11.7. That doesn't look like 11.7 to me. That looks like 12. All right, if you're gonna count his head fins, it's 12. Maybe they're going for true scale and not counting the head fins. All right, and that's gonna be about 30.5 centimeters. All right, and here he is up against Darwin. Darwin, every time I measure you up against a big guy, I feel like I'm gonna get in trouble. All right, let's do accessories. He comes with no alternate hands. Big surprise, Hasbro sucks. We do get his green Captain America shield and his Thor hammer. And they are just green versions of Captain America's shield and Thor's hammer. They are okay. Enough. But not great. Oh, also, so that's a thing. He has one gripping hand, so you can put the hammer in it, or you can put the shield in it, because this doesn't fit over a fist, so this has to go in his hand. So he can only use one of his accessories at a time. Wait a second. These freaking people over at Hasbro, they're so scummy. So in order to do that, it just has to be looped on and not actually being held onto his hand, like this. So that's all you have to do, which, I mean, okay, you can do the pose technically, but they couldn't include a hand to actually hold it. So, I mean, some of you might not consider that scummy, but to me, that is scumbaggery. I'm not down with that, so screw them. All right, accessory-wise, 0 out of 10, F them. All right, let's move on to the accessories again. I'm losing my mind. All right, articulation. He can look down, which is good. I'm still getting comments on my Galactus review saying he doesn't need to be able to pose at all, even though it's a HasLab, who's the biggest one ever, and he can't look down. This guy can look down. Look at that. He looks down. That's good. He can look up also. That's nice. Of course, you get your full rotation, and let's see if we have any attitude. Yeah, nothing really to speak of. So, yeah, he does still have a giant neck, but it works well enough for that dated type of joint. All right, shoulders get full rotation. Shoulders are quite loose, by the way. Not floppy, but definitely not where they should be. Arms don't quite get to horizontal. Bicep swivel is okay. Double jointed elbow, more like kind of single jointed elbow. You get about 90, but this top joint doesn't really serve much purpose. So that's a bummer. The gloves rotate. I like that. The wrists have a rotation and a hinge. At least they did give his gripping hand a vertical hinge, so I'll take that. Now for his torso, this arm's really loose. For his torso, it's super stiff to use this top joint, but it can work. It does lean back that far, just a little bit. And then leaning forward, I can really force it to go that far, which isn't nothing, but it's not a lot. And side to side is okay, so that's fine. Then you do get the reverse ab crunch, which lets him lean forward like that and lean back like that. It's very loose. Doesn't look particularly good because of the stripes. And that's it for the torso. So that's why that articulation sucks. This combo is not good. You need a swivel underneath the ab crunch because he can't lean in any way other than forward. He can't lean to the side at all. He can lean forward and then kind of crunch, but that's almost worthless. So this joint, not very good. All right, his belt is floaty, if you need it to be. You can bring his legs up to almost horizontal-ish. That's okay. They go back just a touch, going out to the side. Nah, 45 degrees. Lazy Hasbro. Thigh swivel, super loose. It's there, though. Double-jointed knees. No problem there. Proportioning is still off because it's an old mold. They haven't learned yet. They still haven't really. All right, boot swivel. Ankles, if you can tuck them over the wrinkles, you get pretty good range going back. Same thing is true going forward. It's still not great though. And then you get a pretty decent, it's okay. No, it's actually more steep than I remember. Ankle rocker. So it's just such a lazy release. Articulation wise, 6 out of 10. It's okay, but it's certainly not good enough for the price point. No, it should be 5 out of 10 for the price point. The original price point was just absurd. So again, it's just another example of why Hasbro is the least reliable company when it comes to collectibles. They just make big kids toys that aren't even very good for kids. They're just They have no soul. They have no concept really behind the line. Are they adult collectibles or not? Because obviously they are, based on the character choices and pricing and sales models, but you're making them look like kids' toys. I don't get it. I don't get it. They're not putting collectible quality ideas into these figures. It's the weirdest thing, and the fact that so many people defend them, it's why they keep doing it. It's why we're not getting better products. It's such a shame. Here we go, Green Captain America. Overall rating for the original price point, 5 out of 10. There are definitely some redeeming qualities, but they're Captain America's qualities and not Super-Adaptoids. Kind of ironic, I know, but at that original price point, it's just not reasonable. And realistically, even at the sale price, it's not good enough because it's just a decent Captain America figure with some crappy Super-Adaptoid parts, but not all of them, glued on. I'm not okay with it. Let me know what you guys think in the comment section below. There it is, guys. Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed the video, please do give it a thumbs up. If you didn't, give it a thumbs down. And if you haven't subscribed, you should. I have new videos every day but Wednesday and thousands already on the channel. So make sure you come back for all of that. In the meantime, keep collecting.